Hello, ladies. I'm upside down. I figured it out. I don't know what's going on with the system, but oh my goodness, it is completely upside down. All right, let's turn this around and see if I can do this way. So, is that better? Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on here, but I hope you are joining me. Let's try this again. Okay, all right, I flipped it around. So I'm going to do a lot of this upside down, so bear with me. And if you do comment and I don't answer, now you know why. So let us try this upside down. Am I straight now? I know this wording is backwards, so let's just get rid of that so that doesn't confuse you. Anyways, let's get started. And I'm going to try and figure this out. All right, so what I'm going to do is all of this upside down. This is quite exciting. I am going to be using the Friends Are Like Seashells to create this card. Okay? All right, I can kind of see something going on there. So please, I'd love to see your comments. But I don't know what's going on with Facebook or my phone or whatever. So anyways, I'm going to show you how to make this really great card using the Friends Are Like Seashells. So the card we're going to be making today is lovely, lovely, lovely. It uses one ink pad, and we are going to be using the Balmy Blue ink pad, and I'm going to show you how to make this. So let's put this off to the side because I'm going to need as much space as I can. So, let me know what you think. Oh, Tabitha, I'm glad you found us. All right, I'm going to start off. I wanted to show you some of the items we're going to be using. So I have my Balmy Blue card base. All right, so I have that scored and folded. I'm going to put that off to the side. Okay. I do have an embossed piece of basic white. Now, this is an old embossing folder. This is called Seaweed. I just wanted to use it because it had, I just thought it would look really nice. But I'm going to show you one of the new ones that we have. It's actually called Bark. And it does actually look like some ocean waves. And this is going to be on a different card we're going to make. But I wanted to show you the texture of the bark. In the meantime, we're going to be using this one with the basic white. And it's called, I think it's Seaweed embossing folder. So let's get started with that. I do need, apparently I'm missing some of my pieces. So I got the white, and what I need is a piece of basic white for the image here. So I'm going to cut that down. So I have it. I'm going to put these aside. So like I said, bear with me. I'm a little discombobulated with the, I'm really discombobulated with the camera being upside down. So, okay, what I'm going to do is cut this down a little bit. I don't want it as wide, so I want it a little bit shorter. So it is 2 inches in height, and it will be it'll be exactly 5 inches across. Okay, so let's put that aside, put my card, and so I have my Balmy Blue, and sorry, it's upside down, the stamp sets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with one of the seashells in here, and I'm going to start with the largest image, and then I'm going to work down to the smallest ones. So as I open this up, I'm going to grab one of the seashells, and we'll place that on a block. I'm going to be using quite a few blocks, so let's grab them out. Okay, and I'm going to fit it on a block that is just about the right size. And you'll notice I always put my stamps on crooked, so bear with me. Okay, the reason I do that is it forces me to look through the stamp set. Okay, so I got to do this upside down. So I'm going to stamp just a couple of images of the seashell just here and there. Okay, and let's have some kind of falling off I wanted it on a different angle. So let's do this. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the next largest image that is on here, and I'm going to work with the seashell, the starfish next. So let's go look for the starfish. Taking this guy off, put him on a block, and I'm going to ink it up with the Balmy Blue, and I'm going to place him in between. Okay, kind of have him falling off the page a little bit. Hopefully I'm still in the camera, so let me know. So I got a couple of those guys placed in. Next, I'm going to go down another size, okay? And I'm going to grab the smaller seashell, okay? Place him on a block. I'm putting him on an A block. And let's kind of different angles. And pop them off. Now, you can see that there's still a little bit of space left. There is a very small seashell, and I'm going to be using him. Let me find him. Get another block. Place him on the block. And I'm going to fit him in between, just here and there. It's quite interesting doing this card upside down. Let's see, where can I fit him in there? No, I think that's about as much as I can fit in. I don't want to overdo it. Next, what I'm going to do is in this stamp set, there is these little dots. They look like, I guess sand. Let's call them sand. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that. I'm going to place it on the block, but I don't want the same dark color, so I'm going to stamp off. So stamping off means I'm going to stamp on a piece of paper. And there is ink left on the stamp pad, so I'm going to kind of stamp on and it's much lighter. So I'm going to ink it up, stamp off, and kind of in between. All right, and I'm going to keep doing that. And it will add a little bit of texture. Okay. And one more, let's see. And let's see. Can I get another one in? Let's just do like that. So that adds a little bit of texture in there. Now the final one, what I'm going to do is you'll notice that there are these kind of, they look like shadows. So I'm going to take one of these little shadows. I'm going to take the small shadow. And place it on a block. And once again, I'm going to do the same thing. I don't want it full strength ink. Otherwise, it's going to be really dark, as you can see here. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of go lightly to add some color. So each time I stamp, you notice some of the color comes off, but there's always still some left. So, and I'm going to just kind of use up that ink. Like that. Okay. So I have created my background for that. Now I'm going to close up my ink pad because I don't want to stick my fingers in. Comment below if you've ever, by mistake, stuck your finger in the ink pad. I know I have. I've done it a few times. All right. I'm going to bring back in my Balmy Blue. And it looks like I'm missing some Balmy Blue. Sorry. Hold on. And what I want to do, in the original card, I have the Balmy Blue on the edges. Okay. And I have some here, so I'm going to cut that down. I'm just going to cut down to about 1 inch so I can add it to the back. All right. I feel so discombobulated. Oh, everything's going higgledy-piggledy on me. Anybody else got some bizarre sayings that they know of? So there we go. I'm going to put it on the back. And I am using tape just so that I can take a look. I find it easier using tape to lay it down. And then afterwards, I kind of bend it back and add the adhesive. Am I still in the screen? I sure hope so. Okay. And then I just add the glue just to hold it down. So I have it now on the top and bottom. I'm going to bring in some Pool Party. The ribbon, it is kind of see-through. I love this ribbon. It's fantastic. And I'm going to make a little bow. And it's going to sit off to the side. Okay. Now, I'm not the greatest on bow making. I had to took me about a long time to learn how to make bows. So one day I had to sit down and make 150 bows, and guess what? I became an expert at it. So I made my bow, and what I'm going to do is just tape it around the back. Okay, tape it down. Bring it across. Got to make sure I'm doing this the right way for you. Okay, and because I want to make sure it stays, I'm going to put a little adhesive dot under that bow, because I don't want it to move around. I find that if I don't do this, it kind of moves around a little bit. Okay, place it there. Adhesive dots are fantastic. I'm going to go around the edge again. Tape it up. Okay. Now I can place it on the embossed piece of basic white. So I'm going to take that and use my Seal Plus. I know I'm using way too much, but because it's on embossed paper, I want to make sure that it sticks well. Okay. And then I'm going to place it on my card base. Now we still have the sentiment to do. And we'll get that on. Okay, so I place that on. And let's get a scrap piece of paper. I'm going to grab a piece. And in the same color, which went somewhere. There it is. Sorry about that. I am going to use one of the sentiments. And I really like the sentiments. Friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. Okay, so I'm going to take that. And before I do that, I want to just double check that what I'm putting it on will fit. All right. Okay. Okay. Voila! Doesn't that look great? And I'm going to punch it. This is one of my favorite punches. This is, whoops, the Everyday Label punch. And let us grab some dimensionals and place it on the back. Okay. And it just goes on the card off to the side of the ribbon. Now that is just using one color and a little bit of embossing. So let me know what you think. Am I still upside down? I don't think so. Am I upside down? Should it be this way? No. Yeah, this way. Okay, there we go. Anyways, so that is one card. Very simple using the stamp set. I think that looks great. I do have another one if you want to hang on. Oh, good morning, Martine. How are you doing today? All right, let's make another card. Now, this one I am going to be doing from scrap. I don't have a card to show you. I am doing this all from memory. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a whole bunch of different inks, and I'm going to be using that. Okay, let's see. Clear up my space a little bit. Let me know below what you think of that first card. All right, so what I'm going to do this time is, you'll notice, as I mentioned, I decided to use the bark embossing folder to make kind of waves. So I'm going to be using a Whale Done set. So with this punch and the Whale Done. So I'm going to be using the images from here. Okay. All right. So I got my card base, which is basic white. I have my Night of Navy, which is embossed with the bark to make it look like waves. I have a little strip of Calypso Coral just to add a little pop of color. Okay. And I have a strip that is going to go down the middle. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stamp the images on this. So let's take a look at what we have here. I'm going to start off with some, sorry, it's upside down. We're going to start off with some of the seaweed. Okay, because I'm going to start with that as my base. Okay. And I'm going to use 2 different colors of green. I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz as the darker one. So I'm going to start off with that, ink it up, and I'm just going to go across on the bottom. Do a little bit like this. Okay, so that is with the Pear Pizzazz, and I want to bring in another color. And in this stamp set is a small little seaweed, and I'm going to be using that. Okay, so let's get that. And what I'm going to do for that one is I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use Soft Seafoam. And I want to add a little bit of different color to this card. The Soft Seafoam is a little lighter. Okay. And there we go. So I wanted to make my little seabed there. Okay. And let's add some fish. In this cute little stamp set are these little schools of fish. And I'm going to add them in. And let's see what color we got. Okay. You can see I've used these guys so much that they're not even sticking sometimes to the back. Let's put them in Bumblebee color. So just like I did the first card, I'm going to be creating my own kind of background. And let's have our little school of fish go across. And this little school of fish down here. Okay. Alrighty. Now, let's add one more element. Actually, a couple of more elements. Let's add the coral in. So the coral we'll place on the bottom. Okay. And what color shall we make that? The coral will be Pale Papaya. Let's put them in Pale Papaya. It's one of my favorite colors from the new ink colors. Okay. And one more. Go back to our green. Let's get our turtle. Have a turtle in there. We gotta have a turtle. How many of you have seen sea turtles? I've never seen a sea turtle. Okay, we're gonna ink it up. And let's pop our little sea turtle right about there. Okay. And that's what I love about doing all these different colors. They really look really neat. Okay. A couple of more elements in. Gotta have a seahorse, and we'll make him in Night of Navy. All right. Seahorses sit in the grass. So let's add them in. Put a couple in. And for the final bit, we're going to add some bubbles. Okay. Add some bubbles. Ink it up. And let's have some bubbles. There we go. Oh, isn't that so cute? All right. Now, let's take a look. I'm going to double check to make sure. Does it go all the way up? Aha. So I can have a little bit more up here if I wanted to. And actually, I'm going to pop on my sentiment on the very top. Okay. So let's take, I'm going to see which sentiment. Oh, that looks good. I love you. Oh, so my love for you is bigger than the ocean. And that fits really well on the very top. And let's make it in Night of Navy so it stands out. Okay, don't forget to join me on my community page for later this week. I got more tutorials on ocean cards. Okay, there we go. That looks great. You know what we can always do with this is we can always add in that ribbon that we had, if we wanted to, could add it across. Let's see how that looks. All right, so let's start assembling our cards. So we created that. I just used stamps. Oh, you know what I could have done? Let's see. Let's grab our whale. Place him. Let's see what happens if we add our whale. We don't have to use him, but let's give it a whirl. Okay, and I wanted to show you how it works with the punch. Gonna ink this guy up, and turns out really, wow, look at that. Okay, so let's try and punch this guy out. We may add him, we may not. Let's see. If not, we can always add him to the inside of the card. Now, if we have him, actually, that looks really cute. I think I'm going to add him after. So let's assemble the card and add our whale. As I mentioned, I have this as a little bit of color. Wanted to add a zing of color, so add some adhesive onto it. Okay. There we go. It's a little harder. See, that's why I use the tape. Just to make sure. I find it harder to peel the glue apart. And now I'm going to glue down it onto the embossed piece. All right. And that, again, got to make sure I open the card the right way, will go on to our card base. Okay. That looks, you know, just by itself, it looks good. But let's see if we add our little whale. Oh, I love him. It is so cute. Isn't he cute? I think he's cute. All right. I have never seen a whale. I am so excited. I hope to go to Newfoundland and see a whale someday. I'd love, love, love to see that. I'm always on for adventure. So we'll add our little whale. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? And there's our card. And just to add a little sparkle to some of those bubbles, I'm going to use some Wink of Stella. Gotta have Wink of Stella. Always looks fantastic. And pop those on. Oh, that's so cute. So I got the 2 cards for you for this Marine Week. So let me know what you think of these cards. These are basically just using the stamps. I will be showing more cards in the community page using the Whale Done set. I started the week using Friends Are Like Seashells. So you're gonna, what I have planned is like Thursday, Friday, we'll be using the Whale set. I have done some cards using the Friends Like Seashells. So that was Monday and today and Sunday. The next one I will be using on Wednesday and showcasing is Seascape. I have some that I'm going to be showing in the community page using this stamp set. And one of the other cool things is they have these dies. These are called layering diorama dies. And the card I wanted to show you that went with it is gone. Oh, these are really cool. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Don't go away. I created this little card very quickly using the layering diorama dies. Very cute. So there's that. And you're going to see in the week, I have used that die for other things. So this was, I believe, Monday and Tuesday. You've seen these cards. These are gold embossed. Okay, very nice. Seen these? Oh, love them. And this one, I think I showed you already. Whoop. And for one more, This was just a really super duper quick card I made using the Peekaboo die set. So anyways, let me know what you think of the cards that we made. There you go. Comment below and don't forget to join me on my community page. And hopefully by next day, I will have all of this video fiasco fixed up. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.